All right, what's going on, everybody? Welcome. It's good to have you guys here with us, with me, I should say. All right. Apologize, guys, about yesterday. I just had a bunch of stuff. Hang on a second. All right, there we go. So yeah, I had a bunch of stuff that was going on. I just didn't realize beforehand, and then I was gonna get on late at night, and it was like, man, I've got to get a little ahead of the game here with a few things. So doing pretty good right now. We've got an event coming up this weekend, if you guys aren't already aware, and it's gonna be a little bit of the preview for that. We'll bring it here. So this is going to be the Red Dawn event. As we're moving towards 3.0, we're going to be hosting a couple of different events here. And I had put up a poll to see, which ones did people want to do first. So we're going to have, another End of the World, a Running Man, and this would be a group of 6 people, or groups of 6 people, would attempt to travel from basically all the way down where the harbor is in the city, all the way up to Paleto, all the while they're being hunted by other players and kind of being like corralled up towards that way. The next one is going to be the Red Dawn. Basically, it's a foreign military invasion. We're going to do this, and this is complete roleplay. This has nothing to do with the other server. So just keep that in mind, guys. This is a completely unique roleplay scenario. And this is all in the event server. So, like I said, it's not connected to the other server or any of the existing roleplay. You might see characters from that server over here, but it's nothing to do with that server. So I just want to make sure that we clarify that. Hang on, let me just check on something. Okay, should be good. I know, Maverick, I want to be hunted too, bro. I voted for Running Man, but we're doing Red Dawn this week, and then we also have a World War III event where it would be basically just 2 militaries that are fighting. But you guys can see that Red Dawn has won overwhelming 41 votes, following up with the Running Man, so that'll be the following event. Then Zombie End of the World event, and then most likely the World War III event. So what is the Red Dawn invasion going to be like? All right, so it's going to be the 18th. Got to starting at 5 p.m. until I don't know when. I'm hoping it's going to run long, honestly. The longer the better, in my opinion. I know some people get burnt out and tired, but hopefully we can get it going, 8, 9 o'clock maybe. I don't know. We'll see. I don't know. But I want to do this as a staged event. And basically what that means is... Recon's yelling over here. I don't know why. He's yelling at the laundry. It's going to be progressive, so it's a 3-part story. We'll say it that way. So you'll have the initial invasion. And if any of you are familiar with the Red Dawn movie from the 80s, let's not talk about the one in the 2000s. Let's just forget about that existed. The Red Dawn from the 80s is what we're going to be using kind of as a reference here. So in that movie, basically, we're going to play it out that Paleto is going to be a small, isolated mountain town. Okay? Sandy Shores isn't close by. Nothing is really close by. In your heads, when you go into it, you have to envision that the closest town is like 50 miles away. Okay? So this is a very isolated city, a little town. And essentially... it'll be the Russians will be invading. Now you're like, why would they invade this town? Well, they're invading the entire country. It's just this is the story of, or the perspective of this invasion from the small town. Okay, so you'll have the Russians that will come in. They will parachute in. They'll drop down. Everybody will be unexpected. And listen, if you're playing on the Russian side, you're going to have one perspective. If you're playing on the American side, you're going to have a completely different. You're going to be thinking, who are these guys? What are you guys doing here? What's going on? Is this like a joke? Is this an exercise? And then, you know, obviously the reality closes in and they start killing people. So the initial stage, the initial startup will be the invasion. And during this time, the Russians will have certain goals that they need to accomplish. So we could say that they need to capture the fuel station in Polito. They need to capture the radio station in Polito. These are like objectives that they need to complete. Now the Americans, they'll be on the flip side of things. You'll have different, and this is going to go in different levels too. You can see you got your you can either be in the Class A, the Class B, or the Class C, depending on, like, you know, if you want to participate in this, but you just kind of want to participate in it just to kind of be there, but you don't want to have to be, you know, one of the key players or something. You kind of want to be an extra, if you will, like in a movie, just somebody in the background. You can join in as the Class C. And then we have the Class B, which would be right under the Class A, which would be the active people. So the Class A, you're looking at like the Russian commander, the Polito mayor, military, the militia leader for the civilians, squad leaders for in the Russian command structure. Underneath that, you would have Russian soldiers and militia members. And then underneath that, in the Class C, you would have just your basic Russian soldiers who would kind of just be either guarding positions, guarding the base, and Polito civilians, which would be pretty much just people that were civilians in this kind of situation. You could have been a gas station attendant, and you know, now you're in this kind of situation. So essentially, what you guys will be able to do is you will sign up and you'll say, okay, I would like to be Class A. And we'll say, we'll look at all the Class A people, and we'll look at all the Class B people, all the Class C people, and we'll see how many people we have, first of all, so we know what kind of numbers we're dealing with. And then what we'll do from there is we'll figure out, okay, so if we only have this many people, we're only going to need one Russian squad commander. You know what I mean? So we'll have one Russian squad commander, and then under him, you know, he maybe have 10 guys, you know, maybe. Hopefully, we can get that many people. What's up, Corday? Good to see you, brother. So that's how that will go. You know, so it's going to kind of dictate how many people are out there to fill these positions. I'm hoping we can get a lot of people. If we get a bunch of people, we can get a lot of positions filled, and we have a lot more possibilities. Ideally, like, let's say that you would sign up, and you'd be like, Rhino, I want to be C-Class. I just kind of want to be a Polito civilian. In that case, okay, you can be a Polito civilian. The civilians are going to be kind of doing reconnaissance, spy work. They're going to be going around, checking on things, maybe gathering supplies, running supplies back and forth between locations. You could be, let's say you're like, I want to be Class C. You could be like, okay, you're going to be the owner of this gas station. So, you know, you'll have this gas station here, and, you know, you will role play that you are the owner of that. So when the whole world goes to shit, you're going to be, like, in your gas station, like, held up, like, trying to hold it off. And people will be coming in there trying to, like, loot it and get food and stuff like that. You got to role play out that whole scenario. You know what I mean? How you would do it. So it's going to go like that, pretty much. You know, there'll be, like, someone that owns the bar. So you guys will kind of be assigned to these roles. Now, if you have something in mind, let's say you're like, I want to do Class A, but I want to be the Russian commander. You can by all means request that, but you're gonna have to, like, you know, give a little bit of why we should pick you as the Russian commander. So keep that in mind. If you do have something that you want to do, and then there will be missions, you know, going through this. So during the occupation, for instance. So this is after the Russians invaded. They're pretty much set up. They're in control. And it's going to be role played out as that. Everybody needs to understand that they're role playing out a story. This isn't just, you know, from the top of your head. You're following along kind of with these guidelines of what's going to happen. Now, there are random elements to it, and that's where the missions come into play. So there will be, if you guys are familiar with the movie, a lot of times they were hitting like supply lines. So one of the missions will be that the Russians need to go to this area and they need to pick up a truck or a tractor trailer or something, and they need to escort those supplies back to Polito to their command place. The militia will then have an opportunity to prepare for this, set up an ambush, and try to stop those supplies from coming in. Now, they will have bonuses. If they manage to stop those supplies coming in, the Americans will get some kind of a bonus. They'll be like, okay, you guys get extra supplies, because the supplies will be limited. You will all start with a certain amount of money, and then you will have to buy everything. You have to buy your weapons. You have to buy, food, medical supplies, things like that. So you will be limited. There will be no way to make money. So you have to be smart with your money. You can't just be like, I'm just going to buy the best gun every time. Well, if you do that and you die 5 times and then you don't have any more guns. And you can't be like, hey, can an admin give me a gun? No. This is a roleplay situation. You used all of your ammunition and everything. You're done, brother. You got to help somebody else. Be somebody's sidekick, So that's going to be just trying to give you guys some of the information, get you guys all on board as far as how this is going to go. There will be other missions, though. It won't be just like the Russians having a mission. There will be a mission where the militia will have an opportunity to try to steal a Russian tank. Or maybe it's an American tank that was abandoned somewhere. So there will be things like that will be happening. No, you won't be able to steal guns from the Russians. There won't be any kind of body looting or anything like that. I don't want people worried about loot. I want people more worried about what's going on. You know what I mean? So, yeah, the whole looting thing isn't really going to exist in this scenario. You're going to have to be able to get these things from your supply chains, and you're going to have to make sure that you got the money. Maybe these commanders need to pull the money together from their squad and, have people distribute things. I don't know. That's going to be up to you guys how you want to play that out, especially like if you're the mayor of Polito. You might have certain ways you want to do things. You'll have some freedom to roleplay these out the way you want to, but it is going to be somewhat scripted in the fact that... No, there won't be any kind of scavenging, Badger. Not in this, bro. No. In the end of the world kind of scenarios, we'll do like scavenging and stuff like that. But in this kind of situation, we're not going to be doing any kind of scavenging. Basically because there would be, you'd have stores and stuff like that would have stuff, items and food. And they would have to kind of go on with life, essentially, just like it was in the movie. You know what I mean? It wasn't like, oh, it's just complete chaos and now everybody just loots and scavenges. No, it's regular life, except instead of calling the cops, now it's the Russian police. So it's still, you're still gonna have to play out, you know what I mean, like it's daily life, by all means. And I gotta stress to everybody, this is gonna take some dedicated role play. This isn't just do whatever the heck you want. You gotta abide by what's going on. If you're just an American civilian in Polito, you can't just be like, I'm just going to start killing Russian soldiers. No, that sort of thing is not going to work. You know what I mean? So you're going to have to really put in some dedication. I'm just going to tell everybody right now, this is a complete roleplay experience. This is not the Wild West. Jump in, I'm playing Call of Duty. No, get that out of your head right now, guys. It is not anything like that. This is a complete roleplay experience. In fact, I even wrote that right here, complete roleplay experience. So just keep that in mind. Vanessa says, suggest going and watching the movie if you haven't yet, just to get an idea. Yeah, it's actually free. Where did I see that? What service was it on? Oh, well, I can't say it's free. It's on HBO right now. The original 80s version is on HBO right now. I don't know if it's on Netflix. You know what? I'll check for you guys really quick. I kind of doubt it'd be on Netflix, but let's just see. No. What about Amazon? No, it's not on. Well, it is on Amazon, but it's $3.99 to rent it, unfortunately. But if any of you guys have an HBO subscription, you can watch it for free on there. Gerard, you've never seen the movie? That's insane. I can't believe you've never seen the movie. Like you, of all people. Like you're definitely somebody that I would have thought have seen that movie. Can I be a sheriff and a farmer in the normal city, or will it affect my sheriff job? Matt, I don't understand what you mean. Can you rephrase it? Can I be a sheriff and a farmer in the normal city? Like in Blaine County Life? Yeah, of course you can. I mean, unless you're a farmer growing crack or something. I mean, if it's a legal job, absolutely, yeah. Oh, Rob says it's on Hulu. Okay, cool, there you go. Maverick says the remake wasn't bad. It wasn't bad, but I wouldn't go out of my way to watch it. I've seen it once. The one time that I knew about it, I watched the remake. The original, I've watched probably maybe 5 times. So, that's just my version of it. Let me see. Are there any other questions that are out there? I mean, will it kick me off the sheriff's department? Sorry. No, I mean, will it? Okay, I'm a little confused, Matt, about the question, bro. But I'll just put it this way, just to clear up any kind of confusion. If you have a job like sheriff or EMS, you can only do legal jobs. So, yeah. You cannot break the law if you are a sheriff. Just to try to clarify that. So farming, that's not breaking the law. You know what I mean? Okay, let me think. What else did I want to get out here to you guys? So yeah, that's some of the basics. We're gonna jump in. Let me jump in the server here. And just to give you guys like a little bit of a preview, because you know we got some custom assets. Obviously, that's what I've been working on, trying to get things set up a little bit. I obviously have more setup to do, but we are on. Good Lord, Rhino. Yeah, it is Tuesday. I'm losing track of the days. So it's Tuesday. It's coming up this Saturday. Coming up this Saturday. He might be referring to switching jobs via Z-Muscle. You could technically do it via Z-Muscle too. You just have to have the off-duty sheriff job to be able to do that. But that Harbor can explain that all to you. Did I launch my 5M? There we go. No, I mean, will it kick me off the sheriff's department? Yeah. Okay. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. See, that's why I was confused by the question. Okay. So what he's saying is, yeah, 100%. You can't have 2 jobs at once, right? But you can have multiple jobs on your job list that you can select from. So as long as you have, you know, a sheriff on your list and farmer on your list, and you can click back between the 2 of them, you'll be good to go. Finally got Red Dead. Rhino should play sometime. Bro, I ain't got time for that, I'll tell you. I really don't. I love Red Dead. It's a cool ass game. Just ain't got no time. This is taking a minute because I'm downloading some new stuff. Only 165 scripts. Corday, I'll tell you, brother, 3.0 is going to be under 200 for sure. That's one of my goals. Man, my computer's freaking whacked out today. I'm getting a little worried. I think it might be my video card. Earlier, everything was blurry. Explain that. Anybody out there? Tell me why everything would be blurry just all of a sudden. It was like I wasn't wearing glasses. And I'd alt-tab and come back into the game. And it would just stay blurry. This is the weirdest thing, guys. I was like rubbing my eyes. I was like, what is going on? I'd look at the other screen. I'm like, no, it's the game. Okay. So anyways, so check this out. This is gonna be the Russian base. Whacked out, puff puff fast, bro. I'm telling you, that is not the case. The Russians, one of their first objectives when they come parachuting in, will be that they need to capture this sheriff station here in Paleto. Good lord, that traffic is loud. Yeah, Corday, that's why I was like, why is it just like out of focus? It didn't make any sense. So yeah, the Russians will capture this position, and then they will come in and they will have their commander. This will be one of the positions. And he has his glasses. Love that shit. You got the general. He'll come in, he'll be part of the occupation. Obviously, he wouldn't be part of the initial attack, but he would be part of the occupation. You'd have your basic soldier. So these will be the soldiers that'll be guarding the sheriff's department, have different checkpoints and things like that around the town. This would be in the Class C, if you're interested. I am hurt, apparently. Oh yeah, I'm bleeding. That's not good. Oh shit, I don't think I have... Yeah, I don't have the meds turned on. So I'm going to probably bleed to death. That's alright. So here's like your basic soldier. Here would be one of the special soldiers. And then this is just another, you know, the same soldier. So you'd have the opportunity, if you're a B class soldier, you would have the opportunity to pick between these three at the bottom. If you're a C class soldier, you would be going with this, and if you were going to be the Russian general, there's only going to be one Russian general, you would go with this. Dude, that's so nice. I have the auto regen on, so I'm not going to die. And then you can be the commander, obviously. So there's only going to be one commander, one general. Then the rest will all be soldiers, either just the, you know, the basic soldiers, or the other soldiers. What's up, Unholy? How you doing, brother? Let's go back. Pick a soldier really quick. Oh, over here, this will be their area where they'll be able to get their supplies. So you can see... Let me actually check on this AK-47. Oh, I already have one. I don't need that. There's a PMK. Check on the heavy pistol. Oh, smoke grenade. Let's grab one of those just to see. I'll test this out really quick. Heal is not set up. Hawk, my man, what is going on, Hawk? Good to see you, brother. I feel like it's been a long time since I've seen you. I hope you're doing well, buddy. Well, yeah, that skin is messed up. I was like, that skin does not look right. I'll have to check and see. It's supposed to be an AK-47 skin. Oh, it finally killed me. Rhino needs to work on his Patrick Swayze voice. That's pretty funny. Let's see. Alright, so we got a pistol. What's the other one? Oh, the PMK. Beautiful. I don't have any ammo for it. Alright, cool. So that's the basics of the armory there. I was thirsty? Oh, was I thirsting to death? I thought I was bleeding. Chelsea, that's amazing. I appreciate the comment. It'll be great once you get your PC set up. You'll be able to come join all the fun. Let me show you guys what what the Americans are going to be worried about. Yeah, I think this is the folder. No, that's not the right folder. Here we go. All right. So there's the first Russian tank. Drift that bad boy into a parking spot right there. Now, you can notice that the turret doesn't animate. So when you move, the turret doesn't move with your head. Now, it's supposed to, obviously, but it's just a limitation because it's a custom model. So it's going to kind of shoot where you look. Now, I see how awkward that may look, but just keep in mind, they're not really going to be using their cannons that much. It's more or less just for the roleplay aspect of it, you know what I mean? Appearance sakes, atmosphere of things. They gotta have their patrol vehicles. This will be probably part of one of the missions, you know what I mean? The supply chain that the Americans will have to take out, or one of the supply chains that the Americans will have to take out. There's another one of the Russian tanks. Oh, Jesus. My Russian face. I am Damien. I gotta do my Damien impression. Get ready for this. What the hell is this called? Apparently I can't type. Again, this will be part of the supply chain, most likely. And then you got your troop transport. So that's what the Russians will be having as far as vehicles. Now the Americans, I got a whole bunch of American stuff too, but that'll probably come into play more so with like the World War III event than this one. There wasn't really too many American war machines in that movie. There was a fighter and there was a tank standoff at one point in time. But I figured the way that we'll do this is we'll have a way so that the Americans will be able to, or the civilians, the militia, will be able to go on a mission to try to capture one of these. And if they're successful, they'll be able to get one of these Bradley fighting vehicles. You know what I mean? Now, it might be that one. Good Lord, man. There is an Abrams as well. And there's a whole bunch more stuff, guys, but we'll probably get more into all of the U.S. stuff when we get into the event. They will probably have one of these, though. Because, you know, it's pretty legit. Let me see, how legit does this thing look? Yeah, I guess. I looked at a military one of these one time. I don't remember, honestly. I do kind of remember there was some weird thing in the middle. I don't know if it was a big-ass radio like that or not, though. All right, so that's what we got going on. Vehicle-wise, as you guys can see, we'll just walk back through here really quick. Just so you guys can check these out if you want to. That reminds me of some spin tires right there. That thing looks like it should be going through a swamp. I don't know, it just looks like it can float almost in the front end. That's their version of the Humvee, I imagine. Is that a T90, I guess? I don't know. I don't know my Russian equipment too well. And then, you know, just another basic vehicle. Which Red Dawn's your favorite? Brother, I only am gonna consider the 80s movie. That's just me, though. If you guys like the 2012 version, that's cool. I just didn't really like that movie too much. It was entertaining when I watched it. Don't get me wrong. James, my man, dropping 500 stars right there. Thank you, James. I appreciate the 500 stars, brother. Hawk, it's good to see you out there, by the way. What else did I want to go over with you guys really quick? Oh, give you guys an oversight of what the map is going to be kind of like. How about it there really quick? Okay, so just to give you a little bit of an idea of like what we're going to be looking for here as far as the map goes. Excuse me. The Russians will be based over here in the Paleto Sheriff's Department. Make this a little bit bigger. Over here will be the Russians based in that sheriff's department. The militia is going to be based in this little camp down the road on Paleto here, all the way down here. Now, in your heads, you got to understand that a lot of role play and a lot of imagination is going to be required for this kind of event. And I look super bright with that like that, so let me pull that back. So when I say that, what you need to envision again is that Paleto is an isolated town. It is very far away from any other towns. Okay, it's very isolated. That's the first thing. The next thing you need to understand is that this Great Ocean Highway right here between the militia and Paleto, that's miles. You know what I mean? This is a miles. It's not like you can just see right down the road. It's meant to be a good distance away. Stretch it out in your heads. You got to use some imagination here, like I said. These gold X's that you see, these are going to be locations for missions. So the Russians, when they land, they want to capture the fuel station. They'll want to capture the bank over here. They want to capture the supply area. There's another spot where they want to capture the the radio tower, so that they can control the communications out of the town. And there's another mission that'll be out here in the middle of the woods where the Bradley or the Abrams tank will be available for the militia to try to go out and find and get. So yeah, it's gonna be like a live action movie essentially. But instead of just leaving all of the elements completely randomized, it's not going to be like that. There are going to be some certain criteria and guidelines that are going to need to be followed throughout the entire event. They're going to take over the airfield? No, I thought about getting the airfield and some aircraft involved, but I don't think we're going to do any kind of aircraft or anything in this event. That could change if we have a lot of people that are available to participate in the event. You know what I mean? If we have a lot of people and I can go to some people and be like, hey, do you want to do, you want to be like part of like a special feature in the event where pretty much you're going to wait the entire time just for, your moment. And that might be that we have a squadron of fighters fly over and bomb, a certain part of the map or what have you. But we could get into that sort of stuff. It's just going to go by how many people we have. Hawk, I appreciate the 200 stars again, man. I appreciate that, brother. I hope you're doing well. Health-wise and everything. So what else? What else do I want to get out to you guys? If you guys have any questions, too, by all means, Feel free to throw them up there in the chat. Ronnie, what's going on, buddy? How you doing? Yeah, exactly, Gary. It's the first time. We don't need to get too overwhelmed and trying to go into a whole bunch of stuff. Because you could even get into the water. You can be like, do we want to have like a little naval battle out there? Like, you know, are we pulling an aircraft carrier in at the end game? You know what I mean? That'd be wild. I have the freaking Iowa battleship that we could have, you know, but we're going to try to keep it within, you know, what's a good way to say this? Try to keep it contained somewhat so that it's manageable. Anthony, what's going on, buddy? Good to see you out there, man. Good to hear, Hawk. Good to hear. Randy, how you doing? Good to have you out there. Hope you're having a good day. Are the rebels gonna have a command structure? Everything is gonna have a command structure. Yeah. So the militia, you know, if somebody wants to put in to be, you know, the militia leader, you can request that when you put in. You know, you can be like, I want to be an A class, and I'm aiming towards militia leader or squad leaders. So in both sides, in the Russian and in the American side, there will be definitely leadership structure, and it needs to be followed. If you come in and you're not following your leadership, we'll just kick you out. You know what I mean? We'll just kick you out of the event really quick so that you're not screwing this up for everybody else that's out there. Because we really want this to be a complete role play experience. Something that many of us have never encountered or experienced before. You know what I mean? Really good, really dedicated. So that way we can just have the most amount of fun with it without one guy just being an idiot and ruining it. You know what I mean? Just jump in a tank and just start blowing everybody up. It's like, no, dude, that's not how we're playing this out. You know what I mean? Obviously, you can just go kill a whole shitload of people, but that's not in role play. You know what I mean? That's not how we're going to role play it out. Is Joey Lakes going to return to become a dynamic duo with Walter? Are they going to go like to flashbacks of the Korean War or something, bro? All Americans are naked, skins for shirts. Oh boy. Yeah, it's going to be a lot of fun. It's going to be really cool for sure, guys. And this is their first event that we're going to be doing this weekend out of this new lineup of events that we're going to be doing. So just keep in mind there will be more events coming. And if you have like a really good recommendation for an event and you can put the whole thing together, you know, all of the ideas, how it would all work, how it would all function and everything, you can present that to me. I'll check it out. If I think it's something that's possible and that'd be good, you know, we can add your event idea to, you know, one of these weekends. Are we going to be just in town, or are they going to be in the mountains as well? Yeah, it'll be in the mountains as well, Chris. It'll be in the woods and the surrounding area of Polito. As time goes, you know, we're going to have more things that'll be laid out. There's going to be certain guidelines that you'll have to follow as far as the Russians and the Americans go. So, you know, there'll be more maps that will be drawn up, if you will. So there will be a Russian map that everybody in the Russian team will have access to, and then there will be a militia map that everybody in the American militia will have. And essentially it'll show the Russians like, okay, this is kind of where you guys need to be patrolling. This is where you need to keep people. This is where this mission is at this time. You know, and a lot of it's going to be based on time. So, you know, essentially we're going to start the event's going to start at 5 o'clock. So we might be like, okay, at 5:45, the first event begins. The first mission, if you will begin. Now keep in mind, these missions that are happening are not going to involve every single person in the map. Everybody has to be doing their thing. If I'm an American civilian that owns the gas station, I'm not going on a mission. Only members of the, you know, militia that are in either A or B class would be doing those sorts of things. So this will all be explained to you guys really well, so that you really know what's going on, who you want to be, and what you're supposed to do when you're in that position. Yes, there will be medics, Brian. So just to try to give you guys an idea of this entire thing, wrap your heads around this a little bit more. And like I said, I'm going to be releasing information up until the release of this. And then on the day of the event, everybody will need to be pulled into unique voice channels. I'll meet with each side, have a discussion, explain things to them again, just to make sure that we're all on the same page. And then we'll have the event, begin. So it's going to be a very structured roleplay event. And I really got to stress the roleplay aspect of it. This is not team deathmatch. It does not matter how many kills you get out here. You are not going to be able to loot anybody for their stuff. So it won't be beneficial to you in that capacity. This is a complete roleplay scenario. So just make sure you guys understand that, if you sign up, you know what you're getting yourselves into. It's going to be a ton of fun, though. I'm going to tell you, it's going to be a ton of fun. And then, next week we will be doing the Running Man. It'll be groups of 6. And it's going to be random groups. You don't get to be like, oh, me and Steve and Chris and Alex, my best friends, we're all going to go, do this together. I know how that sounds. And it's like, dude, that's stupid, Rhino. I want to play with my friends. I don't want to do it that way. I want to make it so that you're randomly getting thrown together with these people and you've got to band together to make it work, bro. It's not just you and your boys that you're always playing with every freaking day, every freaking week. You know what I mean? It's going to be a whole thing where you're thrown in with 5 other people. You're given directions and told good luck. You know what I mean? It's going to be that kind of thing. The World War III event, that will be probably something like Polito versus Sandy Shores, and each base or each military would have aircraft, they would have vehicles, they would have ground troops, and it would kind of be a scenario where it is a death match. You know what I mean? Where both sides are fighting back and forth. So if that's what you want to do, you just want to be blowing shit up and just shooting people all the time, wait until the World War III event. If you want to do something really cool, dynamic, structured, some deep-ass role play, do the Red Dawn event. Just to try to give you an idea between the two. What about a Mad Max idea? Bro, I don't even... It's like one of my favorite series, if you will, is Mad Max. I watched freaking... What is it? Thunderdome last night. I watched Fury Road the day before. Like, I still watch that stuff all the time. I would love to make a complete Mad Max server. I think that'd be cool as shit, man. Trust me. But if you guys have ideas, you got to come up with the whole. You got to give me the whole idea. You can't be like, hey Rhino, what about, just this? Yeah, sure, but I don't got time. I already got myself into 4 events that I need to completely structure and come up with. So if you guys do have ideas for things like that, make sure you send me a whole big old write-out, a big old guide on every little nuance on how the entire event will work. I will look at those. I will definitely consider them, especially if you got something good going. And I've said in the past, man, if I could come up with another server, I think a Waterworld server would just be nuts. A whole Waterworld server. Who runs Bartertown? You know who runs Bartertown. Who runs Bartertown? If you guys don't know that movie, the 80s are such a magical time. Oh, man. Good old Master Blaster. I want to see Harper as the running man. Yeah, I know. I think Harper would be pretty cool as the running man. I want to be one of the running men. Honestly, I want to get this so structured so that I don't have to be sitting there making sure everything's good. I want to be able to participate in these events because this shit sounds so cool, honestly. If I was a role player and I heard about this stuff, I'd be like, dude, this is what I'm trying to get into, you know? So, yeah, guys, that's what we got coming, and that's what the event will be about this weekend. So I hope you guys are excited as I am. Make sure you tell your friends if you have other role players that you watch. You could just casually let them know, like, hey, there's role play events going on. You might be interested in it. You should check it out. I have a post up on Facebook. You can just maybe guide people to that post or share that post if you haven't already shared it. I have a confession. I've never seen Mad Max. That's crazy, you know. So like the first Mad Max movie is Mad Max, and that's like pre-apocalypse. You know what I mean? That's who Max was before everything went to shit. And then after that, you got Mad Max Road Warrior. Then you got Mad Max Beyond Thunderdome, and then you got Mad Max Fury Road. Now, those all come afterwards, but I just think that whole idea, like that whole world, is really intriguing. It's really fascinating. It's cool shit, I gotta say. He says you're no American. It's completely like an Australian movie, though. That's the reality of it. Oh, Lord. That's funny. It's an American classic, though. We'll say that. Yeah, I would watch him in order, too. Yeah, I'd definitely watch him in order. Okay, guys. So, yeah, that's going to wrap it up. I just want to give you guys a little idea of what the event's going to be about, how it's going to go down, and show you some of the vehicles that we got, the uniforms, and everything like that. So, it'd be kind of legit. I hope it'll be a good time. I hope you guys, like I said, are excited, because I'm really excited about it. And I hope we have a good turnout for it, and I hope everybody really wants to, you know, participate and really be about it and do it, you know? Johnny later? Man, I know you guys wanted some Johnny last night. I was gonna do some Johnny. I think if I do anything, I'm probably gonna do some Buddy Guy. I haven't done Buddy Guy and I feel like forever. And then I need to do some Becky Byers soon too, because I haven't done her, and man, I don't even know how long it's been since I've done Becky. And Chief Jones. Honestly, I need to do some Chief Jones. I gotta get caught up there. We gotta get LSPD squared away and solid as oak. I don't want people out there just being like, oh, LSPD. Ugh. So we gotta make sure everything is good. Just think what the fuel job would be like in the Mad Max world. Yeah, that'd be pretty crazy, right? That's why in the zombie server there was only one gas station. It was like, I can't really have the whole Mad Max thing here, but at least we can try to have a little bit of the Mad Max thing going on. All right, boys and girls. That doesn't sound right, Rhino. That didn't sound right. I don't know what I said, but it probably wasn't right. Don't worry, Gerard, and I got LSPD covered. Gerard, you and Gerard, huh? Vanessa? I didn't know you went to the police academy. What's going on, Nick? You're just coming in at the end here, brother. Make sure you guys go back and watch the stream again if you didn't get to watch the whole thing. Hawk, thanks for stopping by, brother. You stay safe. Stay healthy out there. Appreciate all the new followers, too. Appreciate all you guys following. And Brianna dropping a ton of shares. Looks like we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 new followers this stream. Man, that was crazy. Must be because of all the military stuff. People were like, whoa, what is this? I have to know more. You have to, you have to do Becky. Yeah, I gotta do a little. I gotta do some things to Becky. I can say that stuff because she's not real, and technically she's me. So. Vanessa's been made honorary sergeant. I don't think so. Nobody's being made any honorary anything. I think the first Mad Max scenario would be feasible. I think they definitely could do some sort of a Mad Max thing. Like I said, it would all have to be planned out and everything, though. All right, guys, I'm going to get out of here. We're going to try to do some Buddy Guy then. I hope to see you guys back here for that. And, yeah, later, guys. Thank you so much for all the support and everything. I appreciate you. I, again, apologize for the lack of streams. It's just you guys can see what I'm working on. I'm always busy building new 3.0 server. It's coming. It's going to be amazing. It's going to blow your minds and melt your eyeballs.